What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Real Fan Sports. My name is Zach. We're back with some more reactions today. We just did Piastri.Exe, and immediately as we posted that, we get recommended Verstappen.Exe. Let's go ahead and do that. Some more Rick's F1, baby. Let's get it.
Formula 1 is a sport filled with hows. How did Charles Leclerc get wins in Monza despite having all the odds against him? How did Nico Rosberg beat two champions in equal machinery? And especially, how does Max Verstappen do what he does?
Look at Max.
Verstappen
Identical.
The Bahrain Grand Prix. Max Verstappen wins. Max Verstappen wins.
Max Verstappen, you are a four-time world champion.
That goes hard, by the way.
A phenomenal achievement.
You know what that is? Simply lovely.
Now I know I've spoken about Max
lovely.
more times than F1 team principals have flown to Epstein's Island, but
You have. I thought when I first started watching Rick's F1 that he was a huge Max fan, but that's not the case, but he posts a lot of videos on him, but they're good. So, y'all seem to like him. I like him. So that's why we do it.
The man just keeps cooking after every video I make. Max is the embodiment of an all-you-can-eat buffet. He just keeps serving.
Okay.
But I'm done starting driver videos with pure glaze. It's clear that Verstappen is among the goats of motorsports. We all know that. And if you disagree, you get your hands off me. So I'm gonna switch things up this time and start this video with the biggest criticisms towards Mr. Sid. See, people love criticizing Max for many different things. Temperament, aggression, not caring enough.
I don't care. How about that?
Though I will say,
yeah, I hear that a lot. The one I probably hear the most complain about Max is just how he gets away with a bunch of bull. Like, a lot of people feel like he's a dirty driver and that he gets away with things that other people don't. Kind of like how, us, NBA fans feel like, LeBron gets away with shit that other players don't, or Patrick Mahomes gets away with stuff that other people don't in the NFL. So that's kind of the complaints we hear the most. Let me know if y'all have any other ones.
Say temper is definitely Max's weakness. He makes questionable decisions when he's boiling hot.
Whenever anything is not going his way, he lashes out with unnecessary anger and borderline violence.
Damn,
so
bro.
technically, George
So you're telling me he grew up in the like 2009 COD lobbies on Xbox 360? He was sending the voice messages, cussing you, your mama, and your grandma out anytime you beat him.
correct here, but it's the right message, wrong messenger. Also, temper can be Max's biggest strength at the same time, so these points are easy to rebut. First off, Max was busted up by his dad. You can't just race your trauma away. There's a reason people who say I miss her before driving end up kissing a tree. Second off, at least be thankful Max is redirecting his frustrations to other cars and not his daughters. But the biggest complaint people have with Verstappen is how he makes F1 boring. Max being boring was the biggest issue people had with him since 2022. But in reality, even during his domination, Verstappen is actually one of the main reasons why F1 is so entertaining.
That's what I was about to say. What do you mean he makes it boring? Like he can't drive ultra aggressive and make it boring. Like, I guess he makes it boring because he was winning so much. But that's just like a sad thing. Like, I've always hated that whole theory of like, whenever, one team or whatever just constantly win championships and they're always like, oh man, the NBA sucks right now. Warriors have won X amount of championships in the last, whatever amount of years. Like, oh, it makes it boring. I get maybe want to see somebody new and all, but be better and beat them. What you want them to suck more?
Let's take a look at F1 if Max never existed. 2016, no Red Bull win in Spain, no seat swaps, and Mercedes dominates completely. 2018, the crash between Daniel and Max would never happen, or the beef with Ocon, which is good for them, but beyond boring. 2019, Max was the only driver trying to chase down Mercedes. 2021, no championship fight whatsoever.
It's a late lunch by Verstappen!
However, Max and Lewis fans would be getting along. But screw that, because that's boring too. 2022. Okay, you know what? We can give that to Charles. I think he's been through enough. 2023, Max crushed Perez and had the best year ever. Anyone who hates on that just doesn't like the winner if it's not their favorite driver. 2024 would have been completely dominated by McLaren, and 2025 would have been McLaren domination again. But thanks to Max Verstappen existing in our universe, the stakes in 2025 were
It actually is crazy how much he's closed the gap on the McLaren drivers. How close it is between Piastri and Lando right now. When I did that Piastri video, I didn't realize that they were just a point off of each other now. And that whole race that I talked about in the Piastri video that I did live, and I can't remember the name of the race now, but where they let Lando go ahead and take first after he fell back into second because of some issues in the pit lane. Crazy to think about now because it'd be Piastri actually in first, but I digress.
So much higher because Lando and Oscar have to face a lion with
The
daddy
tire
issues.
flicking them off.
And how Max is able to make F1 so fun to watch is through qualifying. Do you know how many surprise quali performances this guy has pulled off? More than I could count even with extra fingers.
My favorite movie.
In Monaco
Love Bruce
2023,
Almighty.
Max was 2/10 down on Fernando Alonso in the first 2 sectors, but then he made it all up in the final one, taking pole by milliseconds. To be fair,
Wow.
I kinda get the frustration. When Max took pole from Fernando by a toothpick, I started punching air. But I can't lie, that's pretty impressive. And don't get me started on 2025. Despite McLaren having the faster car, Max got pole in Japan, Miami, Silverstone, Saudi Arabia, where he stole it by half a toothpick. Then in
Jeez.
Monza, he had provisional pole. However, Norris takes it away, but just 2 seconds later, Max steals it back again. If pole position was a person, they would be Max Verstappen's bitch. Then Baku came along, where almost every single driver crashed. Lando didn't, but he still bottle-owned Norris, so he got out-qualified by a Williams. While Max proceeds to set pole like he's about to lose custody of his children. Personal take, 2022 to 2025
Jesus.
championships deserves to be given to Max. You know damn well if he was in the McLaren, the only thing that could stop him is Zach Brown sitting on the car feeding Lando fries like the professional boyfriend, boss, that he is. Oh, and in Austin, after McLaren causes a civil war between their fans, Max gets pole again like his family's on the line. And I have to mention, even if things don't go his way and Max loses championships in the near or far future, which I know will bring smooth brains to call him washed, fact
Yeah,
is we
always.
still owe him for making F1 exciting. The thing about Max is he can lose really badly and still make that entertaining.
Who's locking up? Who's going deep?
Like in Mexico 2025, in the middle of a championship fight, Max qualifies 5th, but then he still sends it into turn 1, goes lawn mowing, but still somehow ends up almost getting 2nd if it wasn't for the spirit of Michael Massey possessing the steward's room. Now, the question people are always asking is, how is Max so good? Well, I've said this before, racing is in his blood, sweat, and sperm. So Max dives into every racing category.
I like to try different kind of disciplines as well, just to test your skills in a different way.
And one of his favorites, iRacing, a sim racing game that he's on 24/7. Seriously,
Talk about a passion for the game, man. I'll give him that. Like, I don't know how many other drivers also compete that, put that much time in as far as, all the training that they're doing, like with the teams and stuff like that on the tracks, but then also like in his spare time, his fun time, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do sim racing online. Like, that's crazy to me, man. He's truly dedicated, but he also just loves it, man. If you don't love it that much, you're not doing it that much. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of pro athletes and stuff like that go and they'll go their practice and they may do they're gonna do some outside work and outside workouts and stuff like that. But I'm sure once they're done, it's like they have other hobbies. They got some dudes that collect freaking Legos, or they go play golf, or they go do this and go do that, or maybe just chill with the family. This dude's like, nah, I'm gonna go race some more at home.
As an example, let me
garage.
give you Max Verstappen's schedule during Saudi Arabia 2024. Sim race until 4 a.m. before qualifying, get pole position, go back to sim racing after 2 hours, and win both the F1 and sim race the very next day. And this
That's
addiction
crazy.
to sim racing is what makes Max a far better driver than everyone else. He also dabbles into drifting, rallying, MotoGP, endurance
That's pretty
racing.
cool.
But another motorsport Max tried, which made headlines, is GT3, a racing category that uses vehicles based on production cars. And Max made his debut testing a Ferrari 296 under the name Franz Hermann to avoid media attention. As you can see, it has worked wonderfully. But with that being said, here's my fully updated Verstappen nickname list. Franz Hermann, Mad Max, The Flying Dutchman, Max Verstappen, my personal favorite, Sid, Max Verstappen, gas station attendee. But back to GT3, after testing under Franz Hermann and unofficially breaking the lap record in May, Max finally competes in September, where in qualifying he had a near miss and had to overtake on the grass, but still qualifies third. Then in the race he gets the lead immediately, builds a gap, hands that to his teammate, and wins his debut GT3 race at the Nürburgring with a 25-second gap. He caught everyone with their pants down. And in second place was Jan Mardenbro, a sim racer that the Gran Turismo movie was based on. So there's two big name sim racers on the podium. Look who's laughing now, mainstream media. Video games cause violence? False. Forcing your son to be an F1 world champion does. Get it right. And another thing I like about Max that I was
that movie was really cool. I only watched it like a year ago, baby.
How relatable it was so sick. He really is. When Max isn't nutting all over his sim racing setup, he plays other games, Minecraft, FIFA.
Yes, great. Yes.
Dude, when I see like prime athletes and like, you know, these big champions doing this crap, it's just like, oh, dude, they're just one of us, man. There's a bunch of bros just playing some video games, man. I haven't played FIFA in forever, but I've logged on to Minecraft here and there with some buddies, you know, or just go play whatever game, F all, got some free time. Hell yeah.
More FIFA. Call of Duty, where he rages a lot.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Max.
Oh, Max!
Me too,
and
Max.
He watches other racing categories.
That damn game gets installed and uninstalled more than anything on my PC. Like I'll install it, play it for 2 days, get pissed off, it gets uninstalled within 48 hours.
Come park there, mate.
Also, back to sim racing. In a 2024 mental health charity race, Max put stickers all over his car, and it was pure art. Like, allow me to analyze this real quick. On the left, he put George Russell as Woody, a 10-second penalty, Sid the Sloth, Minecraft, him using a diamond helmet and a pickaxe with a speech bubble saying, "My pickaxe is fucked," and a photo that I think is his Miami 2023 post. Then on the hood, he put a photo of Lando bottling his championship in Brazil, Minecraft TNTs, a McLaren logo, and just shit posts everywhere. And now we have the rear wing, which apparently has a long text that I think it's talking about the McLaren MCL38. Pause if you need to. And in the bottom of the wing, it says "Flash if you're horny." But anyway, if it wasn't clear from the start, Max is just as acoustic as all of us. So thank you, Max, for making me look like a normal person. And with that being said, my point is, this sloth isn't an industry plant that's trying to appeal to everyone. Max is authentic, and that's why he's so popular. Like in Monza 2025, McLaren swapped positions because Lando had a slow stop.
You can't park there, mate.
Which I think is just the lamest shit ever. McLaren just loves emotionally manipulating their
That "you can't park there, mate" is like memes, like one of my favorites, bro. Anytime I see someone in a wreck and I'm driving down the highway, I roll down and say that.
Drivers. And this makes the races boring. But then you have Max just laughing at it.
Norris and Piastri have swapped places, Max.
Just because he had a slow start?
It's not our business, but I guess it keeps it fair between the drivers in terms of championship.
At this point, McLaren doesn't deserve shit. And allow me to go on a little rant here. Because of McLaren, I'd rather 2025 be dominated by Verstappen. McLaren has been too busy trying not to hurt their drivers' feelings, even when I know that they know letting their drivers race is the better option. But no, they want to micromanage every move Lando and Oscar make, like parents watching their child walk for the first time.
Gotta go home. Coach. Coach.
And I'm looking at you, Zach. Lando is in his mid-20s. He doesn't need your maternal instincts, goddammit. Because every time Oscar would fight Lando, McLaren would say,
Oscar, feedback from the pit wall. The maneuver in turn 4 with the front lockup was too marginal. We can't do that again.
And tell them to swap positions through emotional blackmail.
The way to win a championship is not by yourself. It's with the team. You're going to need Oscar.
McLaren.
That is crazy, man.
To Oscar Piastri to prioritize the highest McLaren driver. Team order issued. Lando Norris given
crazy.
back the position.
Do you think McLaren are favouring Lando over Oscar? And if so,
yes.
does that help you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like it even
Oh, he's looking at the side like, what am I allowed to say? Am I gonna get in trouble for this? What?
got to a point where in Singapore 2025, Oscar turned off Zach's radio.
Oscar, back-to-back champions. Good race, tough race. Thank you for...
Valid crash out. Also, speaking about McLaren, since a lot of you have been wondering why it's taken a hot minute for me to upload, it's because I've been receiving threats from McLaren fans. But instead of running to a different continent, like a certain someone, I'm gonna read it out. Like, here's one from Gerard W., a Lando fan telling me to end up like Kirk because I'm biased towards Oscar.
Wait. Next time you're outside, keep posting what you're posting about Lando, and I'll make sure you never post again. You and your yank mother should have joined. Jesus Christ. Bro, people on the internet are crazy. If you're one of those people, man, I mean, look, good job, bro, I guess, you know, cookie and all that shit. You can have it. Some of y'all are crazy when it comes to, like, people that say different things on the internet. I'm telling y'all, some of the best that we've had, I like to like wait a month or two before I check my held messages. That way I can just go and read them all at once and just have a good laugh. I'm feeling a little down and depressed. I'll just read that and laugh my ass off because I already know none of you punk asses that are typing this kind of shit would say anything in person.
I think he forgot the part where I said Lando is capable of being a champion as much as Oscar as long as they don't turn into water bottles. And here's another one from Will, an Oscar fan who
Damn, he went in and emailed them? Gee, I haven't gotten that level of hate yet. I haven't gotten that level of hate where I got an email where someone was talking shit. So you went out the way. You found the email. So you went to the profile, clicked on the bio, opened up, found business inquiries, and then, you know, went to Gmail or Hotmail or whatever the hell you're using and typed out a whole novel? Damn, that's crazy, man.
An entire manifesto because I apparently cursed Oscar with a video. Not a single prediction was made in this video. But fine, I'll do you a favor too, Will, and for the Verstappen fans watching this, I'm gonna...
Oh, shit. Oscar Piastri did start, like, bouncing up once Piastri started jumping up the gun a little bit once that video was posted, didn't he?
That these four drivers are going to have the worst careers over the next 10 years. So when a reverse jinx happens, everyone's happy. But if I end up right, you were responsible for this, Will. Ladies and gentlemen,
damn you,
this
Will.
is the man you want to get. I want to start seeing some hashtag this is all Will's fault. But back to Max, let's not forget he's doing all this in Red Bull, a team no one wants to join. And if they do, it's because their family's being held hostage. Now, Max has had multiple crash outs all because of this team in 2025. Silverstone. Whoa! Spain. Oh! Even V-Carb looks like the healthier team. So given that, no one wants to touch a Red Bull contract. And that's a big issue for them. But thankfully, I'm here with a solution. Dear Red Bull shareholders, I present to you my Red Bull recruitment ad. Rolling. Red Bull, a place where dreams stay as dreams, ambitions stay as ambitions, but at least you'll be ambitious for your whole life, and a place where you can experience the sheer thrill of running P17 behind a Haas or totaling your car. But in Red Bull, we won't fire you for being a creep or a toxic mess. You will only get fired for underperforming. So you want to diddle as many coworkers without any repercussions? Or get diddled by coworkers? Well, Red Bull is your home. So sign that contract now, as it's time for you to play your part in completing Max Verstappen's shadow.
Red Bull gives you wings to fly.
Now, aside from that beautiful ad, the more I look at F1 people, I start to realize they're either weirdos, losers, or nepo babies. Some are even all three. So I made a little something called the F1 Diddler tier list, just to show how F1 is practically filled with disgusting creatures. First, we have Christian
How did we
Horner.
get here, by the way?
The surprising part is that he's actually...
I thought this was supposed to be about Max, so how did we get here exactly?
At the bottom of this list. Then Nikita Mazepin for harassing his friend. And then we have Johnny Herbert, a former F1 driver, FIA steward, and Sky Sports reporter who was in various driver videos, and is also the same guy who sexually harassed a woman on live television.
Lord!
Kill that boy!
Lord!
Kill that boy! Kill him! Which is why I've never stopped calling him Herbert the Pervert. And on top of this list are Flavio Briatore, Lawrence Stroll, and Bernie Ecclestone.
I ain't gonna lie, they all look a little
Epstein list. Now, it's only alleged whether
you know.
these three have been on the island, but if they were, I'd assume Lawrence did the worst shit imaginable and then had to explain to his family how he was just there for a swim.
Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah, but before you judge me, know this. Yes, I was on the sex island, but only for the snorkeling. I didn't know anything about the kids' stuff.
Snorkeling.
Now, Flavio definitely did
a real good snorkeling, dude. Bunch of freaking colorful fish, starfish, and all that. Oh yeah.
While Bernie spent all day with
no idea why they told me to pack a luggage of lube. I had no idea why they wanted the baby
I've
oil.
Seen two vegetables rotting together. Now, call me harsh all you want, but remember which island we're on. And regardless, Bernie and Hawking are going to hell. Because heaven has a stairway. But back to Verstappen, he's one of the good ones, and he can also multitask. Remember, he's winning F1 while being a father of two children, dealing with team internal politics, media days, being a husband, committing to his sim racing team, and other sports. So all this brings the final question. What's the one thing Verstappen can't do? I mean, apart from the obvious, have a good childhood to look back on, type without being a T-Rex, not choking in Call of Duty.
Max? What? You let him get up! Mate!
No! Honestly, it's tough. I think to complain about Max, you have to nitpick so hard. And that's already a sign he's super likable. Maybe he'll end up screaming a slur on stream by accident, who knows? But if I really had to think of something, I suppose the one thing Max Verstappen can't do is be as disappointing as McLaren.
More for Max? Oh, I'm sorry, first strap on. Oh goodness, this has got more to it. No, that's it. All right, man. Rick, you've done it again, brother. Great video. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in and watched. We got a lot more Rick's F1. We are going to do this Lewis Hamilton versus Ferrari video, which I think was like just recently posted as well. We also got another Rocket Power Mohawk video coming up. We're also going to do a video from, I think, last year when F1 raced in the USA. We didn't watch that last year, so we'll do it this one leading into Las Vegas and all of that. So a lot more F1 stuff on the way, guys. So if y'all into that kind of thing, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. If y'all like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And, you know, leave a comment. All that good stuff. Let us know what y'all think. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Cheers. Peace out, fellas.